is Wednesday, March 31. Welcome to CGN News. COVID-19 vaccines have finally arrived in Trinidad and Tobago, and Health Minister Terence Dayal Singh says a rollout of up to 1,000 shots a day is expected in April. A total of 33,600 Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccines arrived at the Piarco International Airport Tuesday. Each person requires 2 shots, so this batch of vaccines will see 16,800 people vaccinated. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, Dayal Singh, and the Chief Medical Officer are expected to be among the first group of people to get vaccinated next week, along with frontline healthcare workers. The minister said the vaccine drive will be ramped up with 1,000 shots a day across 21 sites in both Trinidad and Tobago. Jamaica's opposition leader, Mark Golding, has called for amendments to the law to allow women to carry pepper spray for self-defense. Golding said with women feeling unsafe and state resources stretched, it may be necessary to amend the Firearms Act to exclude pepper spray or mace carried for personal protection. But Justice Minister Delroy Chuck said this would need to be regulated to ensure women have access to pepper spray, but criminals do not. The issue came up in the House of Representatives on Tuesday as members addressed violence against women in the wake of the killing of 20-year-old Kenise Jackson, which gripped the nation. A 50-year-old mechanic has confessed to her murder and has been charged. Antigua's Prime Minister Gaston Browne says he will make a robust contribution on behalf of CARICOM at the summit meeting on climate organized by U.S. President Joe Biden. Browne and his Jamaican counterpart are the 2 Caribbean leaders invited to the April 22 and 23 summit of 40 heads of government from around the world. Biden said he was inviting the leaders of the world's major economies and heads of other countries that are demonstrating strong climate leadership. Browne has been a strong voice advocating for climate justice for Caribbean states. On Monday, he told a meeting of heads of states that Caribbean countries are the least contributors to greenhouse gases that cause climate change, yet they are its greatest casualties. A child inadvertently sparked confusion over the weekend by posting an unintelligible tweet to the official account of U.S. Strategic Command. The agency is responsible for safeguarding America's nuclear weapons. Some social media users feared the account may have been hacked, but it has since been revealed a young member of the account's social media manager's family was responsible for posting the tweet, which was then deleted within minutes. News website The Daily Dot revealed the accident after a Freedom of Information request to the agency. A group of 14 countries has raised concerns over a new report by the World Health Organization into the origin of the coronavirus. The study was based on an investigation by the agency's mission to Wuhan, China, where the virus was first detected. After a 4-week visit, the experts reported that it was, quote, extremely unlikely, end quote, COVID-19 sprang from a lab leak. Instead, the scientists said it was, quote, likely to very likely, end quote, that the virus was introduced to humans by an intermediate host, and that it was, quote, possible to likely, end quote, that it was transmitted from animals. Head of the research team said the report is a dynamic one, adding that there will be new analysis. Sarah Obama, the matriarch of former U.S. President Barack Obama's Kenyan relatives, was buried on Tuesday at a funeral in western Kenya. Mama Sarah, as Obama's step-grandmother was fondly called, died Monday in hospital. President Obama did not attend Tuesday's burial, but eulogized her in a statement on Monday. In his memoir, Dreams from My Father, Obama described meeting her during his 1988 trip to his father's homeland and the initial awkwardness that developed into a warm bond. She attended his first inauguration as president in 2009. For decades, Sarah Obama helped orphans, raising some in her home and providing others with school supplies, uniforms, and school fees. Germany is suspending routine use of the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine for people aged below 60 because of a risk of rare blood clots. The German medicines regulator found 31 cases of a type of rare blood clot among the nearly 2.7 million people who had received the vaccine. Canada earlier suspended use of the AstraZeneca jab in people under 55. AstraZeneca said international regulators had found the benefits of its jab outweighed risks significantly. The EU and UK medicine regulators both backed the vaccine after previous cautionary suspensions in Europe this month. The pandemic has rolled back years of progress towards equality between men and women. Studies have shown that the pandemic has had a severe impact on women who have lost their jobs at a higher rate than men and had extra child care burden when schools closed. The effects will be felt in the long term, according to the World Economic Forum, whose annual report said the goalposts for gender parity were moving further away. The organization's December 2019 report found that gender parity across a range of areas would be reached within 99.5 years. But this year's report shows the world is not on track to close the gender gap for another 135.6 years. An Australian MP has resigned after video emerged of him allegedly sexting from the floor of Parliament, and messages showed he offered to pay $1,000 for sex in his office. Michael Johnson quit on Wednesday. In a lengthy statement, Johnson denied claims he raped that same woman in an alleged encounter at a Blue Mountains lookout in 2019, which police are investigating. He didn't directly address the publication of hundreds of his text messages with the sex worker, but said he had been harassed by the media. Deputy Premier John Barilaro had called for Johnson's resignation after the ABC published sordid texts between the MP and the unnamed woman. And finally, Switzerland is to allow female members of the army to wear women's underwear for the first time in an effort to boost recruitment, local media reports. Under the current system, the standard uniform issued to military recruits includes only men's underwear. The trial, beginning April, will provide different sets of female underwear for warmer and colder months. Women make up about 1% of the Swiss armed forces, but the country hopes to increase that figure to 10% by 2030. Marianne Binder, a member of the Swiss National Council, said that offering women more suitable underwear would encourage more to apply to join the military. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.